Greetings, I'm John the Spirit. I'm scrambling to keep up with this modpack's constant updates, and welcome to FTB Interactions Supershorts. The change logs are your friend when you're playing a modpack in beta. Between the version I'm playing today and the version I played yesterday, the progression it is going to take to get something called low covalence dust is significantly different. No matter, let's get to our water-powered saw. We need a water-powered saw blade and then our water-powered saw. Getting the water-powered saw in the right place requires some adjustment, but you need to place it over a source block. We'll now get 4 planks out of every single log. There isn't infinite water in this void world, but there are in some biomes on the overworld. One more water-powered saw. Place it when you're facing in the direction that the water is flowing. Parallelization is key. Place birchwood slabs onto the water-powered saw in order to make wooden planks. All GregTech tools in this pack, when used in recipes, will say Darmstadium, but there's many ways to make them. Birch brick form, and for good measure 64 unfired clay bricks, which we can smelt in the clay kiln. Next thing we need to progress are Arcane Ashes, which have a fairly complicated recipe. Let's start with low covalence dust, which requires grains of infinity, which requires fire on bedrock. Where, oh where, shall we ever find bedrock, you ask? Oh, I have no idea. I wonder what this could be, and what would happen if I set fire to it? Behold, every now and then, grains of infinity, tiny charcoal, and low covalence dust. It has many uses. Low-grade charcoal also has many uses. Flint mortar and sugar, which is actually a shaped recipe, not a shapeless. Bone meal also comes from the flint mortar, and bone meal in kilns makes blackened bone meal. Firing clay buckets is no problem. Our basic work table can use liquids to craft. So let's get a bucket of water and put it into our table. Arcane Ashes, at last! Another important goal is to get the Philosopher stone, but that requires a human heart, which comes from a villager. How could we possibly get a villager when all we get are zombie villagers? Well, looks like we have an apple of restoration. Low covalence dust is easy. Apples, easy. Elixir of instant health, that's going to take a little bit extra. I was wondering for a while why I couldn't get any grains of infinity, and then I looked up in the sky and saw that it was raining. To get Rustic Alchemy, we need terracotta. I wonder where I can get that. Rice slime balls will take more water in the basic work table, 2 alchemic retorts, 1 alchemic condenser. To place the alchemic retorts in their proper facing, face the alchemic condenser when you're placing them. Sand in a kiln makes glass shards. Glass shards make glass makes glass bottles. Raw beef, chamomile, charcoal, glass bottles, and water makes healing salve. Elixir of instant health, which we can use to make an apple of restoration. With cultivation, and by that I mean bone meal, you can grow apple seeds from rustic into apple saplings. With cultivation, and by that I mean pressing shift repeatedly, you can grow apple saplings into apple trees. And by pressing shift repeatedly, I mean using bone meal. While we wait, however, we need to actually get a zombie villager, and they no longer spawn on platforms like they used to. Rather, we need a summoning altar. 3 drying racks. Plant fibers will quickly dry into paper. A significantly better recipe than this one. 1 bookshelf. Read alchemy array recipes from the left to the right. When you place in an alchemy array, right-click with the first item and then the second item to get the third item. Alchemy array, low covalence dust, bookshelf. Pretty sound effects. Now that is a take I cannot repeat. To use this summoning altar, I require devil dust, which should be made using low covalence dust and fire, but right now the recipe isn't in. What does that mean, except that we must wait until next time to use it? So that's it for today's episode. As always, if you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. I hope you enjoyed!